The Browns drive about to get started. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Mayfield. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, Mayfield. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 18. He had his sights on the end zone, no doubt, but is brought down after a huge return there. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. He was trying to fit it into Gronkowski there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Play action now. Prescott. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Prescott from the gun. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now the former Sun Devil, Zane Gonzalez, for the field goal try. It'll be spotted on the right hash. A 52-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
A 1st down throw from Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards. A first red zone opportunity for the Browns thus far. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Alert, 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 alert.
Mayfield to throw it. Drops it off for Chubb. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Good. 180. Hey, alert 33. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
They'll run with Chubb. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
A toss play to Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. An extra defensive back on the field here for 3rd and goal. Mayfield. And this is caught for a Browns touchdown by Landry. Jarvis Landry, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Now Steven Gostkowski on for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Here we go, 46. 46.
Prescott. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short.
And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. Now Landry. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 38-yard line.
To the 180. You got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. That's it.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. To throw, Mayfield. Steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
A 4-yard pickup on the play. And the Browns first down.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
57
A run for Nick Chubb. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Now this is fielded in the end zone, so possession goes over here on the punt. The Cardinals will take over at their 20-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And now the clock reads precisely 1 minute to go in the half. You want to run the 1-minute offense? This is a good test right here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon, make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And obviously not fooling anybody here as they stop him behind the line of scrimmage. That'll go as a loss of 5. And that'll bring up a 3rd down and very long.
Here we go. 57, come on. Rabbit.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have the show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. They have a chance to break our tie here as we get a look at the first drive of quarter 3.
And it's such a tone setter, isn't it? Because both sides trying to seize momentum to begin the half. What do they have dialed up that'll give them an advantage to move the ball downfield?
Let's find out what they have dialed up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. On 2nd and 11 now. Mayfield, and it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On the ground, it's Chubb. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Mayfield looks to throw. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They run. Chubb. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And again, it's Chubb. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. Mayfield off the play fake. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Their defense did its job, yielded no points. Now it's the offense's turn.
And how much fun is that when you set things up to start a half, and you just tell you guys, hey, if you can shut them down, get it back for our offense, we can roll. And they played out perfectly. Now, can the offense do what they wanted to do at the half, which is find those weaknesses and now attack them and score some points.
And break this tie. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Lights 57's right. Big stop.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. Short throw, pick 6 right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
Gostkowski the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, man.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Back to it after the pick 6. Prescott. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Greedy Williams, the rookie from LSU. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December.
Season of giving.
Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. First down, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Gostkowski with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Prescott now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And that last reception puts him over 150 yards now on the game, Charles.
And now it's not just execution. It's not just performance. It's a mental aspect that's going on. Because right now, he's got the defense so much on their heels. Got them looking at each other. Who's going to cover this guy? And what type of coverage can we put out there to try and slow him down?
2nd and 10 now from the 27. And again, it's Prescott. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down. On first down, Benjamin. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl cornerback Denzel Ward. Gronkowski, the intended target.
Intercepted by the Browns. Sets up first down and goal at the 6-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. Following the interception, Mayfield eluding the pressure right. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal. Chubb. And he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
So now then, the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. Following the penalty, Chubb. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
Watch the twist.
They'll try again with Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Mayfield now, escaping the pressure right. He may try, and he'll score. Touchdown, Browns. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football.
Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway.
And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
The Cardinals take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Olivier Vernon in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott, and the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Richardson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. 3rd and long for Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Check 50. Check 50.
Prescott on 1st down. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 35-yard line.
Go to 54. Go to 54.
They'll throw again. Prescott. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. As his guys are in for 6. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on...
And this is caught, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Odell Beckham, his second TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock them.
He's got it with the 15. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
You got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver. Keep everything in front of you, rally up and make the play.
Yeah, you would think they had the 3-score lead. Now it's down to 2, but 3-score lead here late, that they wouldn't give up a big pass play like that, but they did. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away.
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdown.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off by Jonathan Abram, the rookie from Mississippi State. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Myles Garrett with sack number 23 on the year, breaking Michael Strahan's mark of 22.5. Congratulations. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down. The Cardinals on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 19. Looking to throw, Prescott. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Kevin Johnson. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Hey, alert 33.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Flush to his right. And finding the tight end Hooper. A big play that time for Cleveland. 44 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Well, not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. From the gun, Mayfield. It's caught by OBJ. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Exactly what they were looking for. They've been giving up yardage. They've been letting them drive right downfield, but they got a sack right there. How about that for a little bit of revenge?
Mayfield and this Browns offense staring at a 3rd and long now after the sack. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front, and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
And no mistaking that sound. It reverberated through the whole stadium.
And it's the sound, Brandon, no kicker wants to hear. It looked like he had it on target the whole way, but the upright said,
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sheldon Richardson in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Prescott to throw on 4th. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Prescott yet again. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Prescott looks to throw on 1st. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Let's go. 57's the mic. Watch 57. We're going to 53. Here we go.
To the air again, Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. One last shot now for Prescott. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So for Cleveland, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Arizona, it's just more heartache as they drop their 12th game of the season. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Seahawks in Seattle. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.